person, whether you're thirsty, you care about the child, or you care about the issue, that is, the proceeds goes to that issue. The point is, you have to make people give an F. You can have people talking about the same issue, and they don't care about it unless they hear it from a certain person or it's told in a way, right, that they care about, right? So I'm gonna have to take this off. I'm gonna have to find you. So you're gonna know why I'm gonna leave the article, the last one, the most outrageous article. I'm gonna leave that one for last. And that article, just so that you know, I'm a huge proponent of having cameras in schools and letting parents have access to the live stream. As long as their child is in school, they should have access to seeing what's inside the classroom, what's in the hallway, everything that's going on, everything. You're literally this is a community of you tax these people. Just the same way that by law you're able to record in any governmental building, and you are able to record any official as long as they are in the capacity of doing their job.
Good morning, everybody.
It's the same way that parents should be able to see the inside of their child's school. I want to thank all of you for your thoughts and prayers. Something very important was happening this morning. And I reached out to some of you personally, and I love y'all. Without even asking me what it was for, you gave me your thoughts and prayers. And I want to tell y'all, it worked. I don't know what y'all did or what prayer you said, but it worked. It worked. I still have a battle ahead of me, but it worked. Your prayers worked. I'm a tiny little bit step closer to justice. It is frustrating that I cannot tell you all at this point my entire story. I want to so badly, because if you knew, you know that video that's pinned on the top of my page, the one December the 24th of 2020, right? I found out recently. You see, when I was told, you need to come to that room, we need to tell you something very important, right? So I leave my car on and tell me so I can get on with my life and see what I can do to prevent this bad thing from happening to me, right?
I'm not going to
I know I was walking into the bad thing.
Comment too much because this is live and I don't want to miss whatever she might be saying.
There was 3 cameras. I knew there was something wrong when I saw the first one. It's like, why are you recording?
And also, it seems like the audio was off from the video a little bit. I think it's a bad stream that she's got on her end. That's not on my end, I promise you.
I saw another camera, and then I saw another camera.
I already tried to refresh it. Didn't fix it.
Why is there 3 cameras all pointing at me?
Good morning, everyone.
And then they started to beat me, right? And then they continued for hours. Right? And this whole time, well, I'll get to that right now. So this entire time,
I stream her because mainly a lot of people want to see what she has to say. And she's got half of the RGV blocked and they can't watch her just to watch her. The minute you say something to disagree with her or have an opposing view, you're the enemy and she blocks you. So people can't watch. So a while back, they've asked me to stream and, show us because we can't see.
Because I'm always going to care about issues that matter.
And she, a public figure, put herself out there. And frankly, we want to hear the nonsense that she keeps spewing every time she gets online. So besides that, I don't need to justify why I stream her. I think it's important that people know who she is.
So there was a hate page that while I was getting beaten, some of my followers who had followed it to see what they say about me, they saw that during as I was actively being beaten, you see one of the cameras was a live stream. One was recording and one was a live stream and the other one was recording.
Okay, a lot of this we know already. The other part of it, I'm going to say, she chose to put her life out there in public day in and day out. She made it a point to get everyone interested, to know what's happening in her daily life, to know that she is a victim, like she calls herself.
11 o'clock to about 1 o'clock.
And she got everyone interested. I'm not going to say she forced it, but she got everybody interested. So now everybody's interested. And we want to see this end up where it's going to be next week is when she's got court. So now we want to see it to the end.
It may not have been him.
She put this on herself, if you will. She put this in our face every day, day in and day out.
Blame somebody that shouldn't be blamed.
So
it may have been
just like me, I'm out here in the public doing this. If you're going to put yourself in the public, then you are open to scrutiny and criticism. And frankly, I'm providing a public service. People want to know who this person is.
So we understand that if somebody's getting a live stream, if there was anybody that saw the live stream, there was 2 live streams and 1 phone recording. You see, one of the live streams was the girl that was giving the orders to have me beaten. Kick her in the face with boots and stuff like that. Everything, right? I'm telling a story. When I tell you let's have a discussion, I'm going to go ahead and pause. When I tell you that let's have a discussion, I entertain questions all the time. Always. Always, always. I'm not going to get that right now. Always. I'm about to tell y'all something that when you think that everything was as bad as it was, you find out it was even worse than that. But before I can go on, welcome anybody that's new to my page. Now, Miss Jennifer Villarreal. Does she not read her fans' comments? I'm reading it. What is it that you want? It's so important. So important, right? What do you want? What do you need to know? How do you need to get a hold of me? What is it that you need to, what is it so bad that you see me literally looking at the horizon, recalling the event? Because when I recall something that I know that I lived, that I know is to be true, I will. That's why I look at that camera, I look at this camera, I look at this camera, because in my mind, everything is like a movie exactly as it occurred that day. That's why I don't forget anything. So if you see that my eyes are not on the screen, what would give you the impression that I would be reading comments? You have my attention. You broke my thought. Hello, Igalia, how are you? You broke my thought. Hi, Kanika, how are you? I had a revelation of the day that I was beaten, the video that's above this page, right? That I have pinned. And I was about to tell y'all something important regarding that I just found out. But then I have some new people. Thank you. It fell off. Thank you for telling me. You know? Thank you. It was about my earring. I love y'all. I was like, surely it is something very important. I love y'all. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank y'all for carrying. Thank you. Can we go back to the story? So the girl that had the phone, it was one of the recordings, right? There was 3 phones. The girl that was beating me, the girl that was giving the orders, the girl that had gotten all of them together in that room, she was on one live stream. How do you think I feel when I find out that someone that is so loved in my hometown, so popular, but not really. No, not really. Not really, actually. But she's a mean girl. She's a mean girl. She's very close. In fact, she's one of the persons of somebody that I hold near and dear to my heart. You know, she's one of those that tries to do, videos now that, because you know, everybody is doing the whole social media thing. So I'm going to do the social media thing. I'm going to do the, cool pose every now and then, whatever. And, I'm just a regular person. I just do this, regular thing, this is my job, what I do, and I love to do this. This is my calling. And, one of those people, right? A mom. Oh, a mom with lots of relatives. Lots of relatives. Now, how do you think that I feel when I find out that on December the 24th of 2020, she was lying in bed, joyful, watching me be beaten. Yeah, I know. No, you're watching this. So you thought it was something, right? Whenever they marked my face, right? Especially with the boots, right? You had to even point out, look, that's a boot mark on her face. You were watching that gleefully. And here we were blaming the man that has been, obviously, you're going to look at the people that show me the most hate, right? You're not going to suspect the people that want everybody to believe, I would never do that. I would never do that. I'm just a sweet mom and I make some smart, snarky remarks and I'm funny sometimes and I'm just cool and, I do my Instagram and, I want to be wholesome. And I hate Vanessa. I hate her. I hate her because she gets, I can't say it, but she gets attention. And I team up with this man who we all blamed him because everybody was like, he posted a snapshot or we thought it was him.
And just for the record, she hasn't got to this. I don't hate Vanessa.
After I found this out,
I have no hate for her whatsoever. Never said I did. And I won't. I got no reason to hate her.
Because his moderator was watching. All she needed was the popcorn. All she needed was the popcorn. To the person that I hold near and dear to my heart, I love you to death. I always will, right? You know who you are. That's your near and dear person to your heart, right? You are the mutual. Obviously, you're much closer to them. It's understandable. Did you know? Did you know that?
This is creepy.
Did you know? Did you know that your person was on Christmas Eve morning watching me be beaten? The same person who's caused division between you and I. You always knew she was a little mean, right? But you didn't know she was that mean, right? You didn't know she was evil. That's a crime. Does she not know that? That's like, you can never get over that. You can say anything you want about me, and everything that you could say about me that is negative in any way is literally caused by situations that other people caused in my life. When you are literally watching a human being be beaten, literally watching a felony, you saw a felony live for 3 hours and you didn't report it. And then you wanted everyone to know, but the thing is, like, you teamed up with that guy because you didn't have a platform. Nobody cares really about your Instagram or your TikTok or your Facebook or your stuff that you find interesting, and nobody's really paying attention to you. So you understood that if you teamed up with that guy, you could be mean on the down low. And whatever was posted could be blamed on him. Even though he literally is still doing what he does, I apologize to you, sir, for that one thing. Even though you literally ruined my life with working with other people, caused damage to my life to a high level, I no longer believe what everybody else believes and what I believed for a long time. Because how else could you explain your page putting up snapshots of the live beating and the caption saying, Vanessa Tijerina is being held hostage right now and she's being beaten? No, they didn't call the police.
Wasn't it determined that this
Why were they?
beating was arranged by her, was staged, or am I getting that wrong? I could swear I heard that there was an admission that she set this up.
They need to know that a crime is being committed at that moment and you say nothing. And this whole time we thought that somebody in that room had gotten snapshots and sent them to the page. No, it's even worse. One of the moderators was getting a live stream. This is my next question. If you had nothing to do with my beating, which obviously you're going to say, right? Obviously that's what you're going to say, right? How, my dear, if you had nothing to do with my beating, how did you have the whole live stream if you did not have a direct connection to one of the people in that room doing that to me? But you're going to want the world to believe that you had nothing to do with my beating. No. And you know what's so sad? You're very well known. Like I said, you're that wholesome mom. You tried to spread a lot of rumors about me, but everybody kind of overlooked it and you kind of normalized it because it was coming from you, and you were doing it and you were popular in a small town, but I'm strong and I'm going to survive all that. I'm going to speak against it no matter who you are, right? See, right now I could say your name. Okay, I can.
Yeah, Chanel, go ahead and try to ask her something about the past. Try to ask her.
That part you really liked.
And watch you get blocked right away.
Those are boot marks on her face.
She needs to control the narrative of her conversation.
Live stream, only 3 phones in there. Wow. Okay. Just know I know. Just know that I know. Just know that I know. Yeah. What's going on? Oh. I'm telling this story to let the person know that I know. That person has gone over 2 years. And I've gone 2 years without knowing. If anybody on that day was watching a live stream of me being taken hostage, I don't care what you tried to explain to the world. You were directly connected to me being beaten. Directly. Can y'all take a screenshot of those, you know which ones, right? Okay. Right? Right. Yeah. Wow. You know that that's more than just talking smack to somebody, right? That's a felony. You know that, right? You know that even if it's a private stream, you know that logistically it could be tracked where the stream was sent to, who received it, right? And since I know you're a moderator on that hate page, Facebook.
Here we go with the problems on our stream. I'll refresh it right now if I have to. See if it clears up. This has been an ongoing problem with her streams lately.
And I would never question it. All right. Now let's go on to these two stories. The last story, because it's going to make me very mad reading it again. The last story is going to be this one. Georgia preschool teachers arrested after horrified parent witnesses alleged abuse on live stream. That's going to be last. Now, what I'm going to read right now is about Uvalde. It's from NPR. I promise you there's going to be people that as I read this, there's going to be people of a certain level of melanin in their skin that are hateful, and they're not going to like that I'm literally reading this. I did not write this. I think it needs to be heard, which is why I'm going to read it. And it doesn't, the writer is Adrian Florido, like Florida, but with an O instead of an A. Okay. Let me take care of this real quick, y'all. There we go. I got that. There we go. And I don't know what you're posting here, but I'm going to just go ahead and block that. And is there anybody else? Is there anything else, y'all? Anything else that I need to... They literally want to capitalize on my views, even the hateful people. The people that hate me, they know that they're not being heard. They're not being listened to. They're not being watched. That they literally want to capitalize. You hate me so much, but you literally are showing that you want the attention. That's your problem. That's why you don't like me. You want the attention that I get. Talk like me. Tell a story like me. Be kind like me. Be strong like me. Be better than me. Be better than me. Be better than me. Be better than me. That's how badly. That's how badly. And then they say, no, I don't have anything against her. You want the attention that I get. I don't even advertise. I don't ask people to share. I don't even ask for stars anymore. Nothing. I don't boost any posts. That before I go on reading, I know, Luz Perez, can you believe that? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Did they even try? That's crazy. I already deleted that comment. Yeah, and this one's blocked. I don't look anything like Amber Heard. I don't look anything like Amber Heard.
One of these days, she will be running for something. She's one of those career candidates.
I outweigh her by
and for whatever her reason is, She says it's to do for the people.
I do not have light hair.
It's probably more to do for herself.
Like Amber Heard.
And it's fascinating. People want to watch. It gets requested. And
so I can see how
she's dangerous. And I think people need to know who she really is. And if you doubt it, go back and watch her video. Don't go watch them on my page if you don't want to. Go watch her. She did this years before I started streaming her. Go watch her videos. Tell me you don't notice a pattern. Have you seen her smoke crack live? Oh, okay. Go watch that one too. Did you see her in a standoff with the police with her kids in the car? Oh, no? Okay, go watch that one too.
Over the next 2 weeks, the town of Uvalde, Texas will be...
So there's material here. I'm just providing a service.
Telling you that I'm lying. They want you to feel that I'm lying. Nobody wants Vanessa's story to be true. Nobody does. The people that were pinning me down in that video, in my pinned video, that were holding me down and beating me, they don't want Vanessa's, they don't want anybody to believe Vanessa. Anybody that harmed Vanessa's kids, they don't want anyone to believe Vanessa. Anybody that has harmed Vanessa, they don't want anyone to believe Vanessa. Anyone that is jealous of Vanessa or hateful of Vanessa, they don't want anybody to believe Vanessa. And I'm literally not even in their, I'm not even forcing myself into their homes. I'm not forcing myself on their phones. I'm not forcing myself in their DMs. They're literally coming to me. And I know that my energy is so strong and it attracts, it does. Because even when I walk in a room and I try to not, I can walk in the most quiet as possible. I cannot be conspicuous if I tried. My energy is felt before I even go into a room. I promise you this. I promise you. I promise. That's not my fault. Don't worry, y'all. I got it. I got this one. It's okay. I got it. Hi, Miss Leticia. If you ever want to send me something, message me, okay? But just please know that I'm very, not picky, but I like simple things. Or if it's like an attention getting piece, it literally has to be a simple attention getting piece. I don't know how else to explain it. That's why you see me wearing the same stuff all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't worry. They can stream me all they want. That's fine. That's okay. Is it that little man, the little one that's right here? The angry little man that knows that because nobody's paying attention to his page. Is it that one? Is it that one? Is it? Is it that one? And we'll get rid of you. Ooh, who is it Pete or is it Chanel? Before block. Is it Pete or is it Chanel? I'm just wondering. I'm always wondering when I see a dual profile, I always wonder if it's a man or the woman. So is it Pete or Chanel? Is it Pete or Chanel? Who thought that they could come over here like this?
Are you assuming someone's gender?
I'm guessing that it's...
How dare you?
Chanel? Okay. It's not cute.
Hey, she's attacking Chanel now. Didn't we say that?
And you too. And let's block you. Go right now. Go right now because she's about to get a lot of attention. She has a lot of attention right now. Go stream her because nobody watches us unless it's her. And our highest rated videos, our highest viewed, our highest watched videos are her. go and bank on her because I'm not her. This little guy, right? Streaming me. Because they're not me. Right? Who else? Who else is coming over here to take advantage of this moment? Who else? Who else? It's not cute to be asking me a question that you know that I'm not going to answer. Hmm? It's not cute. Right? I'll talk about things. I'll talk about things when I want to talk about them. No, you weren't. Ma'am, I've done whole videos on just asking a question, people. Those humans, is that little Manny, and it's that hateful lady, wherever she could be. Or, when she joined this, because when she doesn't have nothing else to say, she's like, and now she's about to get all on the deep end, right? Watch. Am I right? Am I? When she has nothing to say because she knows I look good and I sound good, she's like, waiting to be funny, right? And funny or cruel, or is she already getting a stick and hitting her phone with it, like trying to show violence or like getting angry, right? This little guy, I don't. This little guy's like, you don't like, because you don't. Okay. Okay. And this hateful lady. Who else? Who else? You know, when I tell you that I am one of the most hated women, I am. I am. Oh, because Amalia Lara. You worked real hard, I bet, for that profile picture. It looks like you put a lot of work into it. You do that. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself that you got to make a comment like that? You little pose like, I'm just pensive.
Hey, did Shanae get blocked? Does anybody know? Shanae, are you still around?
And now you're mad. Let me guess. Now you're mad, right? You're mad. You're angry. You're going to say you're being picked on, right? Let me guess. Right?
No, that's
right?
you. That's you.
You're getting picked on.
That's you saying that stuff.
Because you went to another human's page and they interacted with you. Now you feel like you were victimized? Best I haven't even blocked you yet. What else? What else? What else? Oh, you have to say LOL? My viewers are informed about people who do that. People who are compelled to make sure that you know you're laughing at them out loud. You ain't laughing out loud. You're like probably gripping your phone. It wasn't a simple question. You see, you're one of those simple question askers. No, it wasn't a simple question. You're hateful. You're jealous. You're hateful. There you go. You're jealous and hateful. That's what you are. What else? What else? People are going to do everything to try to disrupt this live stream, right? They're going to do everything to try to. I'm not the person that's streaming me. That person, you can start that person's videos.
I'm not trying to disrupt.
That person will do it. Hello, guys.
Perfectly okay, letting her say what she's got to say.
And it never lasts.
She can spin this any way she wants to.
Never.
I don't care.
Never.
Whether there was 5 people here or almost 100 like we got now.
Am I still
I don't care.
stream,
I would still stream
it. So much much sense? And am I looking so good? Am I sounding so good? Oh my goodness. Why is she saying that? Because watch.
Let her
'Cause
stream.
when
Let her
that
say what she
happens,
wants.
she's
I'm trying not to interrupt.
Well, that's enough for her. Mm-hmm. 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 It's okay. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. Settle down. I'm getting out of control. I need to settle down. Baby girl, you're probably at home in your chonas or in a t-shirt and chonas, right? With like a little stain or something on your shirt. Holding your phone, and that's probably your most prized possession. And people know that I don't even care about materialistic things because I've had the same purse for 15 years. And I wear the same clothes all the time. Even when I had money. That's how it was. But I'm letting you know because you come over here. And if you do this to me, then I can imagine how many girls you've tried to do this to. Do you think you're going to make a name for yourself because you came over here? Yeah. This is your time to shine. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Latasha. Thank you so much. Ooh, Olga. Miss Olga Fadley. Rachel. You know, I love you. And you know your mama came on this. That's your mama, Rachel. That's your mama right there. And I know that your mom has been through her tragedies. I understand. But your mama, for the last 2 years, has literally been saying a lot of ugly things about me. Why would you do that, Miss Fadley? Why would you come over here? Why would you come over here? Knowing everything that Raymondville knows about you. Why would you come over here? Why would you come over here when the whole town knows what you did at City Hall? Why do you come over here when you literally mixed up graves, literal?
So, anyone with something to say for real would ignore the comments and just say what you want. Continue saying what you want to say. She's going to turn this now into a whole 45-minute segment instead of just brushing it aside and continue to say what she's got to say.
So when the people of Raymondville, because they're all going to come over here now, look over here, right? If they're not already here right now. And they're going to wonder how it started. And thank goodness that it's a live video, right? Because they can see that Miss Olga Fadley is the one that brought herself over here. Oh, let me guess. Now I know what's happening. I get it now. Okay, so I'm being streamed on the Hateful Ladies page. And I'm being streamed on the Hateful Little Man's page. And so their followers think that they're going to come up. I get it. I was like, wow. Okay, I get it now. I got it. I was like, well, y'all aren't here that fast, that quick, that often, in that much numbers, right? 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 Well, if you're going to come over here and you got business to put out, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Anything else, Miss Olga Fadley? All anybody has to do is ask about you in town. And that, everybody already knows that the things that the people say about me and anything that anybody could use against me, they know what caused all that. They know. You think you're going to break me? Look at how far I've come. Look at what I have survived. What makes anybody think that I am not strong enough if I've survived as much as I have right now, up until this point? What makes anybody think that I can't survive Olga Fadley, of all people? What makes anybody think that I can't survive that hateful lady, of all people? What makes y'all think that I can't survive this little unhappy man that wants to be like Walter Cronkite, Jay Leno, but nobody's looking at your stuff? Like, seriously? Nobody's. I don't even have a moderator right now. Yes, they run away because, hi, Miss Julia Marie Rosas, how are you? Yeah, because where did Miss Olga Fadley go?
Walter Cronkite.
No, nobody wants to be like you, Olga Fadley's words. No, but you're here looking at me.
Walter Cronkite. That's not bad company to be in.
You're a hateful lady. I never knew. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. But I should have known.
Who else did you say? Jay Leno? I like Jay.
You were like students in junior high and you were working at the junior high. We already didn't like you because you were like one of those faculty members that was really rude to children when you didn't have to be. And so I gave you a second chance of maybe she's not as bad as I thought she was when I was in junior high, right? And no, you are just exactly that bad. Why would y'all come over here like that? Like, why? Why would y'all do that?
She says that, but she loves it. She loves it. Don't tell me otherwise.
Gracias. A ver. ¿Qué dijiste? A ver, I liked that. I like that comment. Oh, y'all are commenting so often. I can't see it. Anybody else from my hometown want to come over here? Anybody else from my hometown? No matter if you're from my hometown and you teamed up with a hateful hate page and you think that you can get away with, saying ugly things about Vanessa, they won't know who I am, right? Or whether you think I'm so popular and loved and I have so many people that will stick up for me.
For the record, she's the only one calling these pages hate pages.
And then
at least me, I don't spew any hate at all. So that's her way of making herself the victim. You see how she does this stuff? She's a professional victim, I'm telling you.
To make me feel how you want me to feel about myself. You're not. You never have. Your parents couldn't. Your grandparents couldn't. You can't. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Thank you, Latasha. Thank you. That's because I haven't even told y'all. This video is not enough. I haven't even told my story, but I think we've already weeded out the majority of the hate. So let me go ahead and read this. Yeah. Nah. I mean, I don't know anybody. How could they even think they could come over here? Now Olga Fadley's gonna be mad for it. Rachel, look, she's your mom, and I know you love her. Obviously, right? She's your mom. I had to deal with her. She's done enough damage to me, and she's gonna continue.
Chanel, it's not hate. It's not. No, I don't hate anybody. And I've had some discussions of all kinds regarding everything. Ask people here. If you care, ask people here. I don't hate anybody. There's people that attack me and go crazy on me. I don't even hate them. Stuff doesn't bother me.
And that's so funny is that, Miss Fadley, you've been doing this for like 2 or 3
years. I tell people, I'm not from down here. I'm not from Texas. I've been here for 22 years and I love it. I'm from Chicago. You can't hurt my feelings. I don't care what you say about me or if you don't like me or if you like me. I'm glad you like me. But if you don't like me or you don't want to watch,
and you will literally act like
there's a lot of stuff out there to watch.
For years.
I don't need her.
Wow.
That's not my life's purpose. Is it a thing right now? And I think it's important that people get to know who she is. Yeah, I do. And you'll know why come election time.
Amperscience came to try me.
You'll know why.
She doesn't care about the hate. But she gets so triggered, and I'm going to put laughing emoticons because this will really seal the deal with getting my point across. I'm really going to look like the beacon of understanding and logic. No. No. They're so jealous. They are so. How do you think I feel? First, I used to think they just hate me after they beat me. And when I found out that the girl who was watching my video, who was literally a moderator on that other hate page, and why are you telling your family? Like, why are you telling your family, like, if you want to get at them, you're going to go after you have 30,000. You don't have 30,000 followers. You moderate a page that has 30,000 followers. And the majority of those followers used to watch something people all the time hating. They're all so when I found out that girl was watching me get beaten, and she had more involvement than anybody could ever imagine in my beating. That's jealousy. That's evil. That's evil, first of all. But she wanted to get my face messed up. And one of the things that they told me was, and you know what's so sad? You know who you are. I want to say your name so bad that, you know what, out of respect for your kids, I'm not going to do that. They wanted me. One of the things they did, they were like, you're not going to make any more videos, right? Hello. All that. Yeah, they were tormenting me, torturing me, all of it. And she was watching the whole thing. She was watching the whole thing live. What's so sad is that you're like the upper crust, right, of Raymondville. And I doubt seriously that the people close to you really, really, really know this about you, right?
Okay, so Petra, I answered your question. I answered it a few different times. If you're not hearing me or listening, and my mic is on, if you're not hearing it or understanding it, I can't do anything about that.
For 15 years.
But I've already said what I had to say about why I do stream her.
15 years.
I've made it very clear. I'm not hiding anything.
Literally, those people were really just taken advantage of by other people that wanted to see me harm. So they were like, well, who's desperate enough, or who is bad intentioned enough, or who just doesn't care enough about humans that they'll do this, right? And you all literally got those people together, and they are literally, they took the fall for you. They took the fall for you. You're not going to tell me you didn't fund it. You're not going to tell me you didn't fund it, or you didn't have a part of it.
Okay. I don't want somebody that smokes crack and does drugs to be in Congress, to be a senator, to be anywhere in public office. I don't. So I stream, and I feel it's important people know who she really is. She blocks everybody from a certain demographic or a certain area, and then she targets an area where people don't know her, like she did recently with Uvalde.
Okay, here we go.
She's getting all those people. She's got a lot of followers there.
Here we go.
And they'll vote for her, and they won't watch the 2 or 3 years of drama that she's got behind her.
Oh no, that one's last. I read pretty fast.
But you should do your research. And again, she's put her life out here on the front stage.
I should probably cut the live stream and just do another video.
You know, making herself public, making herself available to the public, and getting everyone interested, getting sympathy from so many people. And then we found out she's a farce. So there is a purpose to all of it.
Should I leave it here?
And if you can't understand that,
it's always the ones with no profile picture.
Well, we don't vote for her. You know, we don't. Those that know. No. If that phrase ever came into play, those that know.
Hypothesis is on me.
And that's not about she's a woman and we're trying to keep her down. That's got nothing to do with this. There are plenty of women out there that are running that are well qualified, and that's got nothing to do with it. But she'll make it look that way,
Take care of you.
or that we're racist or something, or that people are racist against her. She'll bring up the race card all day long.
No, I use educated.
She'll bring out the misogynist card all day long. We hate women. That's why we don't want her to succeed.
Now
That's a bunch of crap.
I can tell are not that educated.
But she'll bring that up.
Because if you were,
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, and
she's using educated
or if you like to
words,
follow her just because you like what she says, well,
I'm
then
using words
knock yourself out.
with more syllables.
I'm not gonna
you're
judge
used
that
to.
either.
You know what syllables are, right?
You got your reasons, and I got mine.
You do know what syllables are, right? Like syllable. That word has 3 syllables. Right? So the more words I use with the more syllables, and the least likely the word is to be heard by you, that is an educated word. And so I can't actually be educated, right? I can't, right? I just go and I read all these words right before I do my live video, and I just happen to use them. But then you see me also using the same words very often. But I'm not educated.
I'm not judging her. I'm commentating.
I have my biology degree.
I'm providing remarks and commentary on things that she says.
That's not easy to get. But I'm
See,
literally
those that
not
watched her for years already know how she is.
Okay.
We don't have to
I'm a
judge her.
nurse
She makes
for the
herself.
century.
She makes
But
herself.
I'm literally
She
not
exposes
educated.
herself. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't take a genius to. You watch a few of these, and you can see right through her. She lies about things so much. Again, she's a consummate,
Okay.
constant victim. Watch other stuff. I'm telling you. I don't hate. I feel sorry for her. I don't hate.
Why is she the one that everybody's listening to? Why
So-
can't I be the one?
I already said what I had to say a
Why
bunch
is
of times.
she-
I'm
why
not.
is she
I don't
so
have to defend
special?
myself.
Why is everybody listening to her?
Those that know
Why?
already. Why this has to
Why doesn't
happen?
our-
People are blocked. They can't
Why
watch her.
doesn't
They want to watch her.
Our
So-
hate, our campaign of hate work on her.
That's enough to afflict.
Why do people? Because they see. And it's just like my story of Jesus. The farther I go out, the farther I am from y'all, the more I'm understood, the less I'm hated. But you're a nurse. What does that? Why is there a button?
Chanel asked, "Does she still smoke
Why is
crack?"
that button?
Everybody want to answer that for her right now?
Yeah. What about
And I'm not making fun of you, Chanel, because you probably don't know.
I'm talking about your ability to
Everyone, does she still smoke
now
crack?
Now
You can
think
put your answers in
now
the
you
comments.
Put a profile picture. Oh, we're gonna block you now. Look, so she got a little bit of traction, and you can.
Does she still smoke crack?
Traction.
Absolutely, she does.
Now I'm getting famous.
She's
I'm
done
gonna
it
go
on a
and actually
live.
take down my-
She's
I'm gonna show
taken
my face.
a hit. She's taken lines
That's
of
how
a white
bad
powdery
they are,
substance.
y'all. Look at how long they've been trying.
Yeah, she's done that a bunch of times too. So we're not making this stuff up. She
Here we
puts
go.
herself out there in the public.
Remember, I'm going to read
So,
this one.
Yeah.
Now, what did I tell you? There's going to be people with a certain level of melanin in their skin that's going to bother them too. No matter how sophisticated I say it,
Oh yeah, and that's not racist.
it's going to bother them.
She talks like this all the time. She claims she's not
I don't
racist.
have 98 followers. I have 17,000 here, I think, right? And 16,000 on the other page, right?
That's what
And
she's
then all
proud
the
of.
pages y'all don't know are the ones that I moderate. Believe me. I have way more than you think. Okay. Oh, they are evil. Look how they beat me. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. If you get mad at this, get mad at Adrian Florido. You're not gonna like it. There's literally people just the same. There's people that do not like you being proud to be a woman, right? There's people that don't like it when you are proud to be a Democrat or proud to be a Republican, right? There's
That video
people
of her
that don't
smoking
like it when
crack
you
is,
are proud to be
I want to say it's less than a year old,
Mexican-American.
a year or less.
They don't.
And ever since
Because
that
they somehow
exploded,
see you being
she's
proud.
been more careful about what
As
she does in front of the camera.
Whoever is not part of that
But-
group down.
Not always.
So mourning a Mexican-American tragedy under the shade of pecan trees. Uvalde, Texas. Josue George Garza could have never predicted that the baby pecan trees he planted on the front lawn of a Robb Elementary School would almost 60 years later provide shade from the searing Texas sun to thousands of people who would come to mourn an unthinkable tragedy. And yet, it's fitting that it's beneath those trees that mourners have built the sprawling memorial that honors the 19 children and 2 teachers, almost all Mexican American, who were gunned down in a classroom steps away.
And now she's riding the coattails of the shooting at Uvalde. She's tap dancing on the graves and on the emotions of anyone that was involved in that. That's what she's doing. And Ray says, yeah. Did you hear what she said? I played it yesterday. She said it the other day, that black people have photos of Jesus Christ, the Pope, and JFK in their house. All of them do. She's seen it. She's been to every African American person's home. Tell me that's not racist.
Uvalde, Texas was a segregated town. Did y'all know this? Robb Elementary was the school for Mexicans, and it was in bad shape. Garza raised money and donations to make it better: a basketball court, a track. He paid students $0.25 each to water the new pecan trees and protect them from vandalism. Quote, to have a good educational atmosphere, you have to like your school. Yeah. Garza, now 83, recalled recently, quote, I told the students, this is our school. It's ours. And they began to take pride in it. His efforts won him the regard of the school's Mexican parents, who also relied on him to help translate from Spanish when they needed to speak with the principal or.
She has had people send money to her, and some of these people, some of these good people in here have sent money to her before they knew what she was like. So now people send money. People that don't know her are the ones that send money. The ones that know are not going to send her money because they know what she's going to do with it.
Felt undermined, Garza recalled. And when in 1969 the principal found out that Garza was taking graduate courses,
see how she
accused
is?
the young teacher of trying to take his job. He said,
"What's up,
You're
Shane?"
a double crosser, Garza recalled. Toward the end of the 1970 school year, Garza got a letter saying his teaching contract would not be renewed. That's him, right there. Uvalde's Mexican-American parents learned about this, and angry about losing one of their only advocates, tried to convince the school board to save Garza's job. The school board refused. Quote, that's the way they thought of us, said Olga Munoz Rodriguez, who was a young mother at the time and was involved in the fights. They didn't think these are parents who care about their children or a teacher they respect or who want to improve their children's education. We were just Mexicans. Parents, furious, staged a walkout.
Give it a second. That'll clear up in a minute. Yep, went offline. Let me refresh it.
It was one of the first times Mexican Americans in Uvalde protested against the entrenched racism on a large scale. They demanded more Hispanic teachers, counselors, and programs that would help Spanish-speaking students and children learn English before they started school to keep them from falling behind English-speaking students. They got none of what they asked for, and within weeks, the school walkout fizzled. But Elvia Perez, a senior at Uvalde High School, who became one of the protest leaders, said that still it was a turning point for political engagement among Uvalde's Mexican-American community. Quote, that was when people began to stand up and demand that their voices be heard and that their needs be met. After not having his contract renewed, Garza taught at another school district and would later serve as mayor of Uvalde. The fight for equality in Uvalde's schools would last for decades, the subject of lawsuits that would eventually force the town to integrate its schools. Today, Uvalde is more than 80% Latino. All of its public schools, not just Robb Elementary, serve mostly Mexican Americans. But now, unlike in the 1960s and 70s, most of its teachers are Mexican Americans too. George Garza's son, Ronald Garza, who is now a county commissioner, called Uvalde.
Well, Shanae, all I can say is you haven't watched her enough. You haven't seen her enough. Admittedly, you said you're new here and you're new to this. And I don't know. I'm not going to keep on. It's just there's just too much. There's too much history there. You know, you go back and review everything if you have an interest. If not, and you just want to pick it up right from here forward and say she's good and not drunk, then you're wrong. And you can't be interested and not do the history on it and wonder why so many people dislike her. I wouldn't say they hate her. They dislike her, but there's a reason for that. And if you want to ignore that reason or you don't care about it, well, then, you know, that's your prerogative. But you can't really make any comments since you don't know the history.
Some Uvalde residents have said they hope the school will be demolished and the site turned into a memorial park. And they'd like to see Garza's pecan trees saved. A reminder of Robb Elementary's proud Mexican-American history.
Hey, Eilish.
Okay. Now the other story. And right after this, I'm going to let y'all go. Because this upset me very much. Remember, I have been a proponent for cameras in our schools. In Texas, this is the law. Senator Lucio, at the urging, he didn't do it on his own, at the urging, Senator Lucio's urging by other parents and advocates of children with special needs.
Yeah, so if you must know, right now there's about 70 people between all the platforms and another over 1,000 that don't always watch at the same time. I don't care. If it's about numbers for you, well, then, you know, good luck with that. We're not lying about any of this. We don't have to. But you have to give it a chance to watch enough of these to make your own judgment. But if you don't want to,
their child's special ed classroom,
then that's on you.
What should have happened is that cameras should have been mandated and forced in every special ed classroom. So now, right now in 2022, that law exists. If this is the problem with it, is nobody knows that that law exists. And unless you are a parent, and then you are a parent who's going to be active, a parent who's going to demand that which you shouldn't have to demand, but you know that if they really wanted them in there, they would have done it on their own, but they're not going to, so they created this law. Hardly anybody's going to do that. My thing is this. What do you have to hide? You're teaching our children. There should be nothing to hide. Everything that goes on in a classroom or in the hallway of a school should be everybody's business. Everybody, the students' business, the faculty's business, and the business of the parents of the students. So I have always believed that every single school, every classroom in the United States needs to have a camera, especially now. I'm going to read this, especially they keep pushing and pushing and pushing our younger, and as parents and as working Americans, you welcome, like, wow, you know, my older son couldn't go to pre-K at 3, but now my son can go to pre-K, and it's younger and younger and younger, the children that can go to school now. But with every drop in their age level should be an increase in their protection. It only makes sense, because the older you grow is the better you're able to communicate. So the younger you are, the less likely you're able to communicate. So the less unsafe you are. Now I'm going to read you this story. Georgia preschool teachers arrested for after a horrified parent witnessed alleged abuse on live stream. Police in Roswell first started looking into the allegations on June 3rd. That was last weekend, I believe. 2 preschool teachers are facing criminal charges in Georgia for allegedly abusing children left in their care, all while parents watched in horror through a live video stream. Since their arrest on Monday, Xenia Alatswani, 40, and Soriana Briseño, 19, have both been dismissed from their positions at the Parker Chase Preschool in Roswell. Both women have been charged with first-degree cruelty to children. It was unclear Wednesday if either had appeared before a judge or to enter pleas to those charges. According to a statement, the Roswell police were first contacted by a concerned parent on June 3rd, a day after the alleged abuse. Quote, that parent reported logging into the camera system and seeing concerning physical contact between Alatswani and Briseño against several children in the classroom, reads the statement. In footage from the stream provided to People magazine, several students are seen sitting in a circle. Alatswani can be seen walking up behind one of them, and it appears she steps on the student's hand. She also appears to violently knee another child in the back. Briseño can be seen in the footage on her knees, speaking closely to one child. Then she appears to push the forehead of another child backward. As a result of the investigation into the actions contained in that video, both teachers were arrested, reads the statement. Additional alleged victims have since come forward. Investigators are now skimming through weeks of footage to see if additional charges are warranted. It was unclear if either woman had a lawyer. Anyone with additional information is urged to contact the Roswell Police Department at 770-640-4100. Anonymous information can be also provided through Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577-8477. If you suspect child abuse, call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-422-4453 or go to www.childhelp.com.
And you know, having this discussion offline too, I'm not gonna do a Vanessa and start blocking people unless they get disrespectful. I'm not gonna go there yet. And so far, a couple of people are just trying to make their points or asking questions, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I would urge you to go watch the hundreds of hours of video that we've all seen and that many others have seen. That only one. Before you have a right to say anything, I think I think it's only fair. Everyone has seen so much of her.
Only one classroom. And
for you to blindly kind of support somebody on, I don't know how recent you are with her, but there's a lot of history there. So, and I don't do it like she does because you have an opposing view. I'm going to block you or kick you out. I won't do that just yet. I only do that when somebody's an asshole. Then I'll do that. But if you're not, you're welcome to stay and watch.
I love y'all. Take care. Be well. Be safe. No. Every single daycare, every single preschool, every single school, even through high school, even through 12th grade, that at the very minimum, let's start with the youngest ones. If there's nothing to hide, then there shouldn't be an issue. There shouldn't be an issue. And I would literally question any groups that would fight against that. I would. Right. Thank y'all so much, okay? Thank you, Miss Kathleen Horning. Thank you, thank you. Thank y'all so much. I did not even get to tell y'all about the non-brown and non-black female Texas police officer. The thoughts that she could get in my inbox this morning. I'm going to leave that for another time. Bye. Oh. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Alrighty then. So, bet that I said I learned from you with all the fake book accounts. Who are you talking about? Oh, it's not me because I don't have any fake accounts. If you mean her, yeah, she's got I don't even know how many she's got. It's been speculated she's got over 100. And it's like a rolling number. Some of them get deleted or caught out or called out, and but I don't have any fake accounts of any kind at all. So yeah, I think if you do want to, jump into discussion and you want to defend her, that's fine. But you should watch her life the last few years. And if you still want to defend her, well, then you're one of her fans and one of her defenders. And it's nothing wrong with that. You'll just be, one of those who defend her blindly. And to each their own. But you can't make an intellectual decision when you don't know the whole story. There is so much there, and I'm not just saying to get rid of you. We're not saying go watch it just so you can get out of here and go watch it. It's like, for real, you should spend some time and watch it. There's a lot. There's a lot. And there's stuff I haven't even seen yet that goes way, way back. But she's put her life on video. She's put her life out in the public. And she got so many people invested into her life. She got so many people interested and invested, put a lot of time watching her into her life. That now, because she's got these court dates, we're not supposed to be interested, or we're not supposed to be criticizing or watching. It doesn't work like that. So we'll see what comes up next. Yeah, I should change my page name to, Little Manny Behind the Mic. That's funny. I thought that was hilarious. So, yep, I'm going to go get some work done, and I'll check in with you guys later if anything else comes up. And I'm sure there's plus all the regular news going on throughout the day. And we'll talk to you later throughout the day. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me.